Okay, today we are covering how to maintain your sourdough starter. Now, I wrote on the side of your jar that I think the jar itself without the lid weighs like 355 grams. When we bake, we don't use measuring cups, we weigh things. So, if you weigh this, right now it says it's 635 grams. So we got way too much starter to feed it. We only want 70 grams of starter. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove starter. I usually do this by the sink and just wash it down the sink, but it doesn't work well for video. So we're just going to take starter out and keep removing starter until our jar and our starter weighs 455 grams, which is quite a bit because starter gets out of control if you don't just dump it periodically. Keep in mind, this is not an exact science by any way, shape, or form. It's just, the only thing that you really want to be accurate about is you want your water to flour measurement to be even. And yeah, once you remove all the starter, your jar will seem very empty. That is fine. That is not going to hurt anything. Okay? Still removing starter. 468. 459. That's close enough. It doesn't, like I said, it's not an exact science. Then we're going to zero out our scale and we are going to add 100 grams of 80-degree water. If you don't have a temperature gauge, instant read thermometer, it's lukewarm water. Okay, I'm a little over 100.5, close enough. Now what I usually do is I stir my starter in my lukewarm water to kind of dissolve it. I use the water and the wetness to kind of scrape down the sides of my starter and go from there. And just for a fun fact, I'm gonna bake tonight, or start baking tonight, so I'm gonna use that leftover starter as my active for my bread that I'm going to bake, but I'm going to leave my starter separate. Okay, now I'm going to zero that out, and hold on, I had a spoon, but it's missing. Oh, my spoon's in the bowl. That's where it went. Okay, now I have my rye flour in this container, which I gave you guys. We're going to add 50 grams of rye.
Will you have this written down for her?
I have it written on the side of her jar.
Okay.
I'm a hair over on the rye, so I'm just going to add a little bit less. This is just all-purpose flour. That's usually what I use to feed my starter. Oops, I'm a little over, so I'm going to scrape some of that out. Perfect. Throw that back in my container. Okay, we were right where we need to do. Now we grab our spatula, we mix it up. Really get in there and, blend all your water and your flour and your starter together really well. This is going to keep your starter, this is called feeding your starter. Your starter is now fed. So all we're going to do is we're going to put the lid back on and do the exact same thing tomorrow. This is feeding your starter. You do this once a day, and then it goes on your counter and you forget about it. Done.